This is Nate G, a.k.a. Nathaniel Benetton Gray, a.k.a. Captain Uptown, and you are now tuned into What's the Motivation? My name is Nathaniel Benetton Gray, affectionately called Nate G-Ski, or Nate Grayski, or Nate G. I'm from Uptown, D.C., Northwest, Tacoma Park. I first fell in love with music as a little youth, a little baby. And I gotta say, the first type of music I fell in love with was R&B and soul. The soundtrack to my life back then was Anita, Sade, Al, Marvin, anybody that was really soul. And then as I got older, I was an R&B cat. My first CD was an Usher CD. And I used to take the little baby gel and take the baby hairs out and wiggle the joint down like the boys in Immature and shit, and I had the braids on top. I was an R&B youngin' to start off with. So I gotta say, I fell in love with music just living in my mother's world. My first stage name was K-Rob the Black Jesus. And K-Rob is based off of my government name. And Black Jesus, I got Black Jesus in high school. And then in college, I went by just Black Jesus. And then during the transition between high school to college, that one summer when all my brothers moved away, that's when I met a lot of OGs in the city. And I started hanging out with cats like FARC and Mental Stamina and Math Panda, a lot of those cats. And I used to freestyle with them. They had a podcast station. It was like an online radio station they had out in Clarendon. And at the time I was going to Corcoran, so I stayed in the dorms down in Georgetown. So I would go there at 11 p.m. and we'd rhyme freestyle from 10, 11 at night to 3, 4, 5 in the morning sometimes. And I would skateboard from Clarendon all the way back down to my dorm in Georgetown. And I'm 18, 19. And at the time, they would invite me out to shows. I had to get there super early because it was 21 and up. So I had to just be in that joint, stay low key, low profile until the show 5, 6, 7 hours later. And at the time I had locks. And my locks, this bunch right here, they were dyed fuchsia. I had feathers. I had bone marrow. I had bronze shit in my hair. And I used to wear a lot of Afrocentric jewelry. So when I rhymed, it was like a fucking whirlwind of colors and action, and I'm fucking jumping all over the place. So they started calling me the Rap X-Man. That's what they started calling me and shit. And if you're familiar with comic books, right? There's this guy, his superhero name is X-Man, but his real name is Nate Gray. So I took Nate Gray and I adopted that as my rap name because I didn't want to be the Rap X-Man. I was recreating myself and shit. So I just took on something that I felt like my OGs just placed upon me. And I put Benetton in the middle because that's one of my favorite clothing lines, and it was just so fresh, you know what I'm saying? I don't have a Benetton vest on right now, this is polo, but I just fucking love fashion. So the name Nathaniel Benetton Gray, that's what I chose, and it eventually shrunk down to Nate Grayski, and now I go by Nate G-Ski.